It is midnight in the taiga of Finland. Seagulls seem at home in the freshwater ponds that dot this boreal landscape. Something calls their attention. A young brown bear, freshly emerged from the forest. Actually, there are two siblings patrolling the banks for food. Bear food is often seagull food, so the birds shadow the motions of the carnivores. But this time, there isn't much of a midnight feast to share. As the darkest hour passes, the bears vanish once more into the woods. Only a couple of hours later, dawn paints the bellies of the clouds red. The seagulls have finally gone to enjoy their morning sleep. Other birds, like the golden-eyed duck, start their day's activity. This mother is busy leading her ducklings through the pond as they learn to seek food. She is constantly trying to keep them together and under control, which is no easy task. This part of Finland is a land of vast forests and lakes, close to the Arctic Circle. Around the lakes, tree cover is interrupted by tracts of boggy terrain, miniature tundras dominated by sphagnum moss and cotton grass. As the lakes and ponds expand and contract, trees encroach the shores and then get drowned, finally standing starkly against the sky like tall skeletons where the seagulls perch and watch. Summer is the time of flowers and insects here, and tiny moths fly around, attracting the attention of insectivore birds like the fieldfare. This large thrush breeds here but migrates south during the winter. A bit farther from the lakes, the forests of birch and conifers are home to many animals, like the squirrel. It often feeds on the ground, joining smaller rodents like the field mouse. But it is always ready to climb back to the tall branches, where it feels safe. The great spot woodpecker is at home in the woods, where it uses the crevices in tree trunks as pantries to store food items. Smaller birds, like the bullfinch, the greenfinch, and the siskin, add a touch of color to the shady woods. At the forest pools, horsetails grow as witnesses of a distant past. Around the margins, wagtails hunt for small insects. In the afternoon, the seagulls are fully active again, and they gather around the ponds. The hooded crows also watch from the trees, ready to dive in and struggle for any available scraps. Crows and seagulls are watched with suspicion by the protective golden-eye mother. Any of them could snatch a duckling in a moment's distraction. But in the woods lives a creature that gives a good reason for the duck's nest to be so close to the water. When the red fox emerges from the forest, mother and chicks must be ready to dive at the first sign of an approach. Mother Goldeneye uses her body language with neck low and beak pointing up to signal them to gather around her. This lagoon is her territory, and when another adult female attempts to share the space, the mother is having none of it. The green shank is not perceived as danger, and it is allowed at a short distance from the goldeneye's nest. Sunlight keeps nature awake around the clock in the intense boreal summer. The activity of the animals seems almost frantic. But only those who make the most out of the endless summer days will survive the trials of the dark winter to come.